Hey, charity season, the final episode, the bachelorette finale. That was kind of redundant. Anyway, the first thing I need to get off my chest is when, also, we have Artemis here. No, we don't. So the first thing that I do want to say is when Jesse Palmer said, "I feel like Oprah tonight," I wanted to be like, don't you ever put your name, Mr. Mr. Palmer's name in the same sentence as Oprah Winfrey. Never again. Never again. Jesse Palmer is like the bare minimum of a host and what I was supposed to be. Never do that. Anyway, let's get down to for real business. So, in these bachelorette recaps, I am going to be talking about the standout moments as opposed to just summarizing the whole entire thing. But sometimes I have enough thoughts that I end up summarizing the whole entire episode anyways. Alrighty. So we start off with 3 people there. In my opinion, I feel like they kind of just brought Aaron back just to be like, who's she gonna choose? But we knew he was gonna be sending, we knew he was gonna be sent home again, which was like kind of embarrassing on like everybody's end, because it's like, okay, Charity, why couldn't you just tell him like immediately? We get it, you probably feel bad, you're probably an empath or whatever. And then on the producer's end, it's like, I feel like they just did that just to like have a third so they would have more time for her to like make a decision, even though we all knew what the heck was gonna happen. It just like embarrassing that he had to be sent home again on that like rose ceremony where you're just like, we all know what the heck is gonna happen. Why is this fake tension being built? What? Okay, before everything even starts, before anything starts, they consistently are panning to this older woman in the audience who we don't know. Unless you have like a really good memory, I'm pretty sure that was Joey's mom, right? That would make sense because I feel like the camera was panning to Joey, or to her in Joey's scene. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but also didn't, because it's like, why are we panning to this specific woman so many times? I wish I could put in like an image of who I'm talking about, but I feel like if you watch the episode, you know who I'm talking about. Also, I don't edit my recaps if I need to get them up super quick, so sorry about that. You're just gonna be like, suffer with me. So we see also Gabby and her new girlfriend make a little cameo. I see you, Bachelor Nation, becoming the slightest bit more diverse. Like, I see you being LGBTQIA friendly, barely, but like, I see you trying. You know what I mean? I see you trying. God forbid they have like a bisexual scene. Like, it was enough that they had like one season of Paradise where like Demi brought her girlfriend, and then like everybody was like, oh my god, we accept, and then after that nothing ever happened in relation to like sexuality, really, until I guess they're letting Joey be Bachelor with his 2 fathers. Well, he doesn't have 2 fathers now. I think maybe his dad is single, but is his dad single? His dad came out to his mom, but we don't know anything about his dad. This is why we needed to get more backstory on Joey. We know some things about him, but like, I want to know about him. You know what I like? I feel like The Bachelor has been doing a really bad job of really letting us know who the heck we're watching. I miss being so invested in the people that are on my screen and truly being excited for Paradise, knowing like the people that are coming on it, and knowing, I feel like, more of them to the core. You know what I mean? I feel like we just, especially with that, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back to my notes. So Gabby and her little girlfriend make a cute little cam. Braden and Rachel sit together, and I was thinking, that's a chaotic pairing. That is a beautifully chaotic pairing. And you know how people say that typically people who look like each other will be attracted to each other? I feel like I could fully see that for Braden and Rachel, because they have the same face, they have like the same face structure, shape, kind of. And I kind of feel like I'm into that drama on Paradise. Also, Paradise looks like it's gonna be, no, let me keep, I'm sorry, I need to like get out my like legitimate notes before I spoil all the notes that I have later. So Joey meeting the family was like kind of uncomfy. I feel like they were trying to make it seem like, oh, Joey's family meeting went so much better than Dutton's, but it felt like there was like a little bit of tension there that needed to just be like released. Like they needed to do some like yoga or something together. Like it just kind of felt like, oh, we're trying, you know? I don't know. But I also have this theory that I've mentioned in previous episodes, in previous YouTube videos, where I feel like people are not used to seeing interracial couples with a black woman and a white man. So whenever any of that dynamic comes on screen, people are like, oh, they don't look like they fit, because we're not used to seeing it. It's like not normalized in our head. Like it could be normalized in real life. Doubt it. I am a black woman with a white man. Like even the people who know us, it's not normalized to them because you don't see it often, you know? A little bit of me was like, how much of this is just me like kind of feeling like, oh, we're not used to this, so we're not as exposed, and how much of this is just uncomfortable because it is. It's, you know, like, anyway. So yeah, Joey meeting the family is like kind of uncomfortable, and they try to make it seem like, oh, Dutton's like the one who like has these concerns, which is like typically what happens with the winner. I feel like is, oh, there's like a reason to doubt the winner. But I do want to say I am loving these island looks on Charity. Oh my god. For some reason, the very beginning was like, okay, y'all are figuring something out. I don't know what it is. It's giving outdated just by a bit. Maybe they don't know how to dress somebody who's like more petite. But in the beginning, I was like, but these island looks, those are her thing. Oh my god. All of her white looks killed it. It was great. I loved it, especially when she was sending the three of them home. Wait, was that it? No. I don't know. Either there was like a white dress and it had jewels that were kind of like dangling off of the dress. Oh my god. That was made for like a petite person. I would not wear that. I could not wear that, but props to Charity for doing it. She killed it. She did. Or maybe not her. Is it Carrie who's the wardrobe person for Bachelor Nation? Carrie, you're killing it. You're killing it. If it's not you, whoever is killing it down there, you're killing it. Okay, so when Dutton comes through to introduce himself to the family, there was some sort of like something in me that felt like that is a fine tall glass of dark chocolate milk. My god, I say this all the time. Okay, I have a crush on Dutton. Most women have crushes on Dutton. He's perfect. But when he walked through the door, a little bit of me was like excited for Charity to introduce Dutton so that I don't know, like a little bit of me was almost like, I felt like I was almost in Charity's place being like, yeah, you see me. That's me. That's all me. That's me. You know what I mean? When people are like, is that you? That's me. Like a little bit of me was, oh my god, my cat scared the crap out of me. A little bit of me was really excited for her to take Dutton to their hometown, which is in the vacation villa or whatever. I wonder also how Dutton's exes feel when Dutton says, Charity is someone I can learn from, and that was missing from all my past relationships. You just know all of them are sitting at home like, I'm getting on the gram right now. Like, let me go to Threads right now. Like, I would be so, I don't have like an ex for real, but like if I had an ex, like if somebody I like talked to in high school, if we like officially dated or whatever, and he's my ex-boyfriend, if he said that to me, I'd be like, That's really interesting because, like, what you told me was not, that's interesting. But I just was kind of like, okay. I wonder what they're all thinking. I always wonder what the exes of all of the contestants, all of the bachelors, all the bachelorettes, all think about what the bachelor, bachelorette, or contestants are like displaying and talking about their past relationships, because that's so much of the show is talking about your past relationships and like what went wrong and how you grew. And I wonder what Xavier's ex-girlfriend would have to say in relation to like his cheating and those explanations. You know what I mean? Like, what? Anyway, okay, so we see that the family, more so the mom, is wary of Dutton because he comes off too, like, he has too much swag, I guess. She said something about having swag and about how he felt familiar, which I found extremely interesting, because I don't think that familiarity is bad unless that familiarity is with like trash behavior, you know? But I feel like the mom, okay. I am very happy that she didn't speak too much into what she was feeling, because we could all feel what she was trying to say. She was really trying to say, like, he reminds me of somebody who cheated on you, and I'm getting the feeling that, like, he's coming off, like, too perfect, and he might cheat on you because he's reminding me of that guy who cheated on you. But I so badly wanted to, like, hate it and be like, please give him a chance. You don't understand. America loves him. Like, do we love Dutton? Seriously, we love Dutton. My God. But I think that people are wary of people like Dutton because he comes off almost a little too perfect. Like, I've been saying this for weeks. He just seems like, he seems way too good to be true. He's tall. He's handsome. I think he's got like a decent job or career. He is well spoken. Like, he seems like genuinely wholesome. Like, I would be shocked to see if this man had like a cheating scandal, or that made me unsettled. That made me unsettled in my body. If he had like a cheating scandal, or if he had like why can't I think of any other scandals? There's so many scandals. If he had like some sort of any sort of allegation against him. I think that whenever we see people who like project just being like a good person, like nearly kind of a perfect person, when they do disappoint you, it typically is over something that you're like, what the hell? You were supposed to be like perfect, dude. What the heck is wrong? And they typically disappoint you in like a way that is so surprising. You know, like that perfect person, that perfect boyfriend or whatever, all of a sudden is somebody who's been like lying to you and betraying you and like cheating on you. Or like they're so charming and they're great, but they can't be real. So then like a moment when they are real is like when you find out that they actually have a really ugly side. You know what I mean? I could see that. I could see the mom being wary of that. And I feel like that maybe was the impression that she got. But also, we don't see, like, the real talk between these families. We don't get to see, like, so, where are you from? So, what made you get into this specific field? So, what's your family life? I mean, I guess maybe we do get, like, what's your family life like? But I feel like we don't get real talk from these hometowns. All we see is, like, me and Charity have this great connection. She was my first blah, blah, blah. We have spent this much time together. I love her. It's like, okay, but like, what elementary school did you go to? What did you learn from middle school? What did you take from like high school? You know what I mean? Like, weird. But I mean, The Bachelor is a formula. What can I expect? Okay, so I see that Charity. Ooh, and then Charity gets mad because she's like telling that she could tell that the mom was like holding back. And you can tell that Charity like just wants her mom to be like so for real. Like her mom's just like, be for real. Charity's like, just be for real, seriously, I can handle it. But she can't. And I felt like in that moment we kind of did see Charity become a little bit, not unhinged, but just like a little bit fed up and a little bit upset and angry in a way that it was childish, because she's just like, Mom, just tell me what I'd like to do. And then her mom would be like, sorry girl, you gotta like make this decision on your own. You're a woman, like you're an independent woman. Boo. Boo-hoo. And then Charity's like, whatever, fine, whatever. And I was like, I don't like when anybody is like too dependent on somebody else for their decision that they have to make themselves. And I get it. It's probably hard because Charity's all involved in this world, and a second or third, whatever, however many opinions you need to like make a decision about somebody. Another opinion on somebody gives you a little bit of insight, but I felt like she was like depending on her mom to be like, listen, you tell me what you see and I'll like take that so into consideration. When I feel like whether or not Charity chooses the wrong person, timing is divine, choices are divine. Like if you make a decision, you make a decision and you stick with the consequences, or you reap the rewards. And either way, if it's the wrong or right decision, at least you made it with your gut, you know? But I also, it's like easy for me to be critical here. Like I might have been asking like one of my siblings like, you gotta tell me like, do you think that he's like, is he really what I think he is? Because I don't know, like we're in this like bubble, everything's perfect here, dude. I haven't really seen him be angry ever, so like let me know, you know what I mean? Oh, and I also want to say that this process is so interesting because I truly do believe you can't really say that you love somebody like fully, like unconditionally, until you've seen like nearly every facet, every part of their personality and every part of their behaviors. Like I posted on Facebook when I was maybe like 17, you can't love somebody until you've seen them angry. And like I kind of do still agree with that. Like I felt like I saw a different part of my husband when we were dating, when we got into like, of course, tough situations, when like I disappointed him, when he disappointed me, because you like how you handle that really shows the person you are, you know. Like this process is so horrible because it only shows like the great parts. So I can imagine coming out of that once you get proposed to is like tough, because then you're dealing with so much pressure on so many sides. And like also the winner, aside from the bachelor or bachelorette, has to like deal with watching back the whole entire show, which is crazy. But yeah, so I said Charity's being kind of childish, kind of weird. I see we get a very interesting but purposefully hard to follow Paradise commercial. And who the heck were anybody else but Brayden, Rachel, Recchia? And there's like one other person who I think I remember. No, I don't even remember them, so like they're not memorable. I was like, who the heck are all of these people? Like, it's Brayden, Rachel, Kat, I guess. But like, that's like the annoying part about this is we get introduced to so many of these contestants. We are personally invested in none of them, and then we just have to like be excited for Bachelor in Paradise, even though we don't have any emotional connection. What? And then I feel like whenever it comes to Paradise, we don't really get the depth about these people. We like understand them, their messes and things, and we see their attractions to people, but like we don't get to know them as people for real. Anyway, regardless, I'm watching Paradise, I'm watching The Golden Bachelor, I'm reviewing Paradise and The Golden Bachelor. Did they say they were coming out at the same exact time? Because that's hectic. Like, that's a lot. I'll be watching, but that's a lot. So, we all knew that it was going to be done, but it kind of hurts to see Joey go home. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt in the way that I was like, oh, they deserve to be together, oh my god. But it hurt in a way that it just hurt to see him hurt, you know? Of course, they were not meant to be together at all, but it just, you don't want to see somebody that's so happy-go-lucky, kind of golden retriever-esque energy be sad. It made me a little bit sad, honestly, but it didn't make me sad like, oh my god, they did not need to be together. Yeah, Joey's haircut whenever he came out again was very interesting. I can't tell if I liked it, if he cleaned up because he has a good face, or if I think I like him better with longer hair. He needs to grow it long. Like, I just think that the short hair does not flatter his face as much. But I don't know. Let me know if you agree or disagree. It's kind of an interesting take. So Charity comes out in a killer fit before she gets proposed to on the screen. My God, she looked so good in that fit. Oh my God. I need to write this up. My cat is eating everything she can. Oh my God. Yeah, so looking like a mirror ball, like she said, looking cute. Her and Joey's interaction is like weird. I mean, not weird, like bad weird, not like uncomfortable weird, like throw up. I can't stand this cringe weird, but just like they went so badly for this to evoke a dramatic emotion, but it's just like these two are clearly just going to be like friends or going to be cool for like forever, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so then Dutton proposes. He's the one. Love him. Do we see them lasting forever? To be honest, I see Dutton. I love that man so much. I see Dutton being the type to like do a long-term thing. I feel like Charity, because of certain behaviors and I don't know, I feel like she's still kind of growing and learning to to heal from even like the cheating. I feel like that's hit her so hard. I just feel like maybe she won't be committed. That's how my God, that kind of sounds mean because it's kind of judgmental, but I don't know. I hope this will last, but it's also I don't know them. Like I said, we've never seen Dutton upset. We don't know Dutton's worst traits. Like, realistically, could a relationship work? Sure, I hope so, just for the sake of like fantasy. I want things to go well because I'm selfish and I'd like to project my own emotions of like hope and love onto them. But will they? Who the heck knows? We would like that, but who the heck knows? Maybe they're not even supposed to be together, you know? I'm missing so many things. Like, the Golden Batch, I've already said it. I love Gary. I can't wait. Bachelor in Paradise, can't wait. What was Zach Shawcross doing sitting alone without Katie? That to me was very interesting. It was very interesting. No, it wasn't that interesting. That man is not that interesting. But it was interesting that he was sitting alone. I will say that. I kind of feel like once a bachelor couple gets decided or made, you just kind of expect, like, oh, like, we'll see if they break up. Because what was the last successful couple that was made that's still together from The Bachelor and Bachelorette, not from, like, Paradise or anything? I think, was it Ari and Lauren? I don't know. Somebody remind me in the comments. I'm not looking it up. But anyways, this was a pretty interesting season. I think that as like it had like really interesting moments, but overall she was a likable bachelor. She's a really likable, nice personality, but not one of my favorites. I think one of the best seasons ever was Hannah Brown's season. Let's get that going again. I think, is Hannah in a relationship now? I was like, let's get round 2 of Hannah Brown. Because if we can bring that energy, that's kill it. Yeah, I'm excited for Paradise. I'm excited for the Golden Batch. Gare Bear, let's perform. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Excited for Bachelor, excited for Bachelor. Yeah, excited for Golden Bachelor. Oh, I didn't even mention Joey is the Bachelor. That was really interesting. Honestly, I'm more excited about Gary than I am for Joey. I like Joey too. I just kind of feel like he's gonna like say what he needs to say. He's gonna do what he needs to do. He's gonna take a backseat in relation to like the women. I hope the women carry the season because the women typically do carry the season for the men of the Bachelor. That's all. I will be reviewing. I should have said this at the beginning of the episode. Damn. I will be reviewing and recapping The Ultimatum, which comes out the 23rd, which is the day that I'm posting this right now. So hopefully I can get that up Thursday or Friday, depending on how much me and my husband can binge at a time. Look, me and the girl came back together. Yeah, if you want, watch The Ultimatum and watch my recaps. Thank you.